So last time out we did initial setup and the draft, and I think I did okay in the draft. I didn't get any Cenas or Reigns, but I did get Chester, and as we all know, Chester is the future of WWE. How he isn't booked for WrestleMania is beyond me. So first of all, we've got to speak to Commissioner Triple H, who says, "Tonight is the night, the debut show. We have high hopes for you." Now, I don't think I was born for this, so we'll go with the other option. He's expecting big things of NXT UK this season, so he wants me to make it an amazing show. What's to say? Fair enough. She wants to take NXT to the top of the power rankings and to stay there. She has the roster and the show-running capabilities to do it. She doesn't think that we stand a chance. Going right for me there with the draft results. She wants me to get real, which is ironic considering this is a video game. So the NXT UK Men's Champion. There is only one choice here. It has to be Chester. I've been really impressed with his work ethic. He has 85 stamina, and that is even though he is actually pulling double duty. Not only is he one of our roster members, but he also cleans the arena between shows with his trusty mop, which I've checked is not the same mop as the one loved by Perry Saturn. So NXT Women's Champion. I had expected Becky Lynch to be holding the NXT UK Women's Championship. Unfortunately, I didn't get her because I had to get Chester. So I'm going to give it to Tamina. I would have given it to Kaylee Ray as the highest popularity-wise, but I don't want to have two face champions starting off. Have a face men's champion and a heel women's champion. Gets things rolling, shall we say. So, I am on to the first week of shows. We only have the basics available in terms of what we can book, well, what we can choose for logistics. I don't want to do anything with the roster just yet, I don't think, but we'll have a look as we book the show. As far as power cards go, I have Beginner's Luck, which comes from using a Cass as GM, and the International Takeover, which is NXT UK's brand-specific power card. I could also buy Health Spa and Double Cost, and I will look into that in later weeks, but that's not for now. So if we go to the journal, we can see that this week Triple H wants me to book my least popular available star for a match, which is a nice easy one to get us started off. I think I can definitely do that. So let's go into the opener. First of all, we'll start off with Tamina. Now, Tamina as I said in the draft, to get a really good feud going with Shotzi, I feel like I'm going to need to turn one of them, possibly Tamina, face, which I don't want to do because of the fact that I want a face champion and a heel champion. So I'm going to have to try and turn Shotzi face. So that I can do. Change her role, and then have Tamina call her out as kind of a way of saying, hey, you were supposed to be one of the bad guys. It makes sense in my head. So we'll start off with a tag team. We'll put Tyler Bate, who is my least popular, apparently, and Trent Seven against Sheamus and Marcel Bartel. No interference. All good. Lovely. The second match can be Ricochet and Walter. Again, nothing special needed as such. And then I could do with there being a women's match on the show. Thinking about it. So we'll go Kaylee Ray Mandy instead. And then the main event is where I want Finn Balor and Chester going off in a tables match, non-title. No interferences for this week. All the logistics are set and in place. Commissioner goal is met. We seem to have a good mix, a good balance of styles and alignments. So, yeah, we should be able to get started. Let's go into the show. So what I'm going to do for this first week of shows, I think, is probably simulate the whole thing and see where it leaves us. In future, I am going to try and get through the booking quicker. Maybe plan it ahead of time in my usual, more meticulous style. And then can breeze through that quicker and do more spectating and playing of important matches. But we'll simulate just to get through this one and to see where we sort of stand in terms of the rivalries we are trying to build. So let's go.
1, 2, 3.
So Sheamus and Marcel Bartel picking up the win there. And it wasn't great. So, start as you mean to go on. Let's see whether Shotzi can change her role successfully. She can, and does. So there's a title rivalry potentially building here. Let's see whether Kaylee Ray and Mandy Rose can get the actual wrestling back on track.
1, 2, 3.
Mandy winning. And it wasn't great. This is going really well. Now, this is showing them both as heels. Does the role change only kick in from the next show, I wonder? Yeah, this is great. I'm gonna get fired at this rate.
1, 2, 3.
And Finn beats Chester. Now, unsurprisingly, Finn and Chester save the show with a great match. I'm very relieved. So let's see what NXT gets up to. And I can already see that they've one-upped me in the main event by making their champion actually put the title on the line. And they're starting with a really good on-paper tag match between Raquel Gonzalez and Bayley and Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan.
1, 2, 3.
Which Liv and Becky win. And was better than my opener. Substantially. Joaquin Wilde doing some self-promo. And again, besting my promos from my own show. The Glamazon and Lacey Evans.
1, 2,
There's a match
3.
I'd like to see. Beth getting the win, and thankfully they had a not so good match themselves. So, silver linings and all that. And some self-promo from Dexter Loomis. It was okay. Now the main event, which I am expecting to do well, Akira Tozawa and somebody who I cannot see.
1, 2, 3.
So Big Match John, still NXT champion, and the match was good. Not as good as mine, which, you know, I'm taking as a victory. The rest of the show might have been awful, but my main event definitely saved it. So that is where I beat them. That one spot is where I beat them. And the main event got a higher rating than anything else on the night. So I'm happy enough with that. We got a decent fan change and a pretty good financial boost. Some notes. Tyler Bate showing respect to Sheamus. Finn Balor talking some smack against Chester. Successfully completing the goal got me a pre-match physio power card. Thank you for that, Triple H. So, yeah. NXT, on the other hand, beat me in the fans, and I think in the money. And Akira Tozawa was obviously not happy with his loss against Cena. He doesn't think that'll happen twice. Cena being much more the traditional good guy there. So they won. They won the battle, but the war is not over. And they're probably going to win that. But, you know, we'll carry on.